Hello friends, welcome to this video of Microsoft Excel function in which we are going to discuss the VLOOKUP function. Now as we know, this is one of the most commonly used function in Microsoft Excel and it is mainly used to fetch a data based on some lookup value. To understand the use of VLOOKUP, we have this data set in which we have different states with their population as well as number of cases due to a specific infection or disease. Also, we have another data set in which we have name of states against which there are number of deaths due to that particular infection or disease. But here the sequence of state is different compared to this data set. And eventually, what we want to have is, we want to have number of cases and number of deaths against a specific state. Now, these states may or may not be available in this specific list. Like here the number of states are lesser compared to this one. So we would try to fetch these specific numbers from these two different data sets in this single one. Now we'll see that how the VLOOKUP function actually works. For that, I have copy pasted both this data set of cases and deaths into this one. So it would be easier to understand. So we will type the VLOOKUP function. In this we need to provide various values for fetching the data. First is the lookup value. The lookup value means the value which this function would compare in both this data set. One, that is the destination set where the data would be fetched, and one would be the original one. So here what it will do, that as we have selected the state A here, it would identify that value, that is the state A, from this column, and then it will go horizontally and will fetch the data based on other conditions in the function. Then we need to provide the table array. Table array would be the data set that we want to use. Now here there is some limitation of VLOOKUP value. That is, the lookup value should always be in the first column of the selected data set. So it can be like from the G, H and so on and so forth, but for that the state name should be in the G column. So the lookup values needs to be in the first column only. It cannot be in between. Now to overcome that limitation, we may use index with match function in Microsoft Excel, and that we'll be discussing in future video. So here that is one of the limitation, because the VLOOKUP function always look towards the right side, it cannot look towards the left side. So after providing the table array, we need to provide the column index number. The column index number would be the column number in the selected data range from which we want to fetch the data. So here, as we have these three columns in the selected range and we want to fetch the data from the third column of cases, we need to provide number 3 here. Then this condition, that is to have approximate match or exact match, is an optional one. If you do not select any of them, it would be providing the approximate match. And what is that? We will be discussing in later part. So exact match would be when it would exactly match the lookup value in both this set. So it will exactly identify the value A in this lookup range, and then it will give us the outcome from the selected column. So here we are using false or exact match by writing it or by double clicking here, or you may simply provide number 0, that would be for the false, and if you provide number 1, that would be for the true or approximate match. So here we are discussing exact match, and that's why I have put 0 and drag the set downwards. So this have fetched number of cases for each and every states from this data set. Now another thing is that VLOOKUP value also goes from upwards to downwards, that is from top to bottom, and suppose it has another value here, like it has E state here as well. So right now what we are having is number of cases are about 61,000 in E state. But suppose I have another E here, then what would happen, that it has given this 1,76,000 cases in E state, because there are two state E in this data set, and that's why as the VLOOKUP goes from top to bottom, it has fetched the first value in the data set, not the second one. And that is another limitation in using VLOOKUP that can be overcome by other nested functions as well. So now reverting back to the original data, and now we will fetch the data for deaths. For that, we will choose the lookup value, select this table array, provide the second column as the column index number because it is the column where the data lies. Then we want to have exact match and press enter and drag it down. So here we have error in this data set from M to Q because this data set does not have value for these states in terms of deaths. So we see here that how the VLOOKUP function actually works. Suppose it is for E, what it will do, it will identify the row first based on lookup value, then it will identify the column based on the table array and column index number, and wherever both these conditions meet, that is this one, it will fetch that data into that cell. Now one more thing that needs to be considered in this VLOOKUP is, suppose we add one column here in the original data set, then it will break the formula in the calculation. Reason being, we have provided column number 3 as the column index number, which is now blank. So we again need to provide updated column index number to fetch the data here. So in this kind of situation, we need to consider that we need to update the formula for VLOOKUP. Now we have used this exact match here, but suppose we want to use approximate match. So in which situation this can be used, we will be seeing in this example here. So this is the example where we have cumulative number of cases on basis of dates. This date start from 18th of March up to 5th of August, and these are the cumulative number of cases on that specific date. Now suppose we want to calculate the doubling time in this situation. Now as we all know, doubling time is the time between doubling of cases. So suppose there are 500 cases today, and after 10 days the 500 cases becomes 1000 cumulatively, then the doubling time would be 10 days. So this doubling time in itself has a specific formula for calculation, but here we are using simple method to calculate doubling time, in which we would calculate that on which date the number of cases were exactly half than current number of cases, and then we will calculate the duration between these two dates, and that will give us the doubling time. So right now we are having total 2238 cases. So we will directly put that number here, and to calculate the date for exactly half number of cases, we need to first have exactly half number of cases than this one. So we will calculate it and drag it upwards. So this will give us the successively half number of cases. Now we need to identify that on which date this exact number of cases were there. So for that we can directly use the function VLOOKUP, and VLOOKUP value here would be this cases. Then we need to select the table array. Remember that lookup value should be in the first column. Then the column index number, that is for the date, here would be 2, and suppose here we are using the exact match and press enter. So we get a number, that is the date on that specific number of cumulative cases. Now if we drag it upwards, we see that here it is showing error. Reason being, there is no date on which exactly 1119 cases were there. So if we drag downwards, we can see here that 1119 cases are somewhere in between here. So it should be on 21st of July. But exactly that number is not there in this lookup array. And that's why in this situation we may use true rather than false in this range lookup. So we will keep 1 and press enter and drag it upwards. So we may see that it will approximately match the number. Now how it will do approximate match is, it will identify the date on which the number is less than 1119. So that would be this date, 21st of July, that is 1096, which is lesser than 1119. After that, the number of cases increased to 1151 and which is higher than this one. So that is the function or use of this approximate match, that it will compare and identify approximate value which is lesser than the lookup value. And that is the reason that whenever you are using approximate match, you should be having the lookup value in ascending order. Then and then this approximate match would be functioning appropriately. So as you see here, we have cumulative number of cases in this column, and that's why we need not to arrange or sort them in ascending manner, and that will work perfectly for this example. Otherwise you may need to sort these numbers in ascending order to work or to use this VLOOKUP function properly. Now to calculate the doubling time, we just need to subtract the earlier date from the current date, and that will give us the outcome in terms of number of days for doubling time. Now in this case, where we have text as a lookup value, this approximate match would be functioning in some haphazard way or some unpredictable way. Suppose we use approximate match here. Now currently we do have exact match available, and that's why it is not showing any change in the number as outcome. But suppose we change the lookup value to this ABC rather than A, still it will show the same number as it was showing for A. Reason being, it will compare this first letter A and would identify that if there is any lesser value than that. And in terms of text, A is less than ABC in sequencing, because ABC falls in between these two values A and B. So that would be showing 9 to 8 as identified value in VLOOKUP function. Now suppose I type state A rather than this A or ABC and press enter, then this state A would fall in this range here. So it would be higher than or more than this Q in terms of sequencing of alphabet or alphabetical orders. Like we can take example of dictionary. In dictionary, this state A would fall after Q because S would come after Q, and that's why it would identify this number as VLOOKUP identified number in the function, and that's why it is showing number of cases as 27,956. But as we have used the exact match in this formula here, it is showing error. So if we talk about text, it works somewhat in unpredictable manner, and it would be difficult to identify that how it would work. So routinely, if you want to use approximate match, preferably it should be used with numbers only. So that is all related to the VLOOKUP. I hope you would have learned something new. If you do have, kindly like the video and share it. Comment below the video if you have any query or want to suggest some video topic, and kindly subscribe the channel to see all the related updates of Microsoft Excel functions and some basic uses. Thank you.